Oh man, what's up? What's up, everybody? I gotta say, it's a crazy week in wrestling right now. It's getting crazier every by the minute, I should say, or by day, or hour, or anything, or any information I'm seeing right now throughout the day. It looks like stuff is just going all over the place, and it's almost kind of hard to keep up with whatever show's got something going on right now. Well, shit, WWE with all these releases. I'm not gonna go into everybody right now, but after what I've seen the past few days from what Samoa Joe to William Regal, to Road Dogg, the D-O-double-G himself. Wow, man, just seeing people left and right just release, well, mostly NXT guys, and if you're associated with Triple H at this point, you are fucked in a way when you think about it. Man, what do we really got going on with these shows? What's going on? But Smackdown tonight, what, the Mohegan Sun and stuff? Because of what, Roman Reigns is back. COVID, I know he did test positive, but he's cleared to come back now. And he wanted New England to acknowledge him. And once again, he's gone for a week. And everything starts to fall apart around here. And, when you're in isolation, you do a lot of thinking and whatnot, which fans start chanting, what? And Reigns said, there's plenty of people he wanted to see. But the two he never wants to see again is Lesnar and Heyman. Next, Brock Lesnar came out, the new WWE champion, with his advocate Paul Heyman, and whatnot. Heyman was going to do the intro, but Lesnar took it and he says, he said, "I'm, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the WWE champion." He wanted Roman to acknowledge him, and Reigns, as you got a lot to say, don't you? And Lesnar basically said, listen, I won the WWE title on Saturday, and I got what I want. You got what you want. And why don't we give everyone wants champion versus champion, okay? Title versus title and whatnot. Let's do it. Maybe it's a unification thing, which I've said the other day. And Reigns says, it's a good idea, but it's not a bad idea. It's not his idea and whatnot. And SmackDown is my show, as he said, all right? So I don't do business with people who do business with trash like Paul Heyman. Heyman basically says, how could you take credit, man? I got you this title shot. I got you where you are right now, okay? I protected you from Lesnar and whatnot, all right? And listen, man, I loved you at one point. You were my tribal chief. Lesnar saying, like, shut up, Paul, and whatnot. But Heyman says, listen, man, I was alone. You weren't here. I needed somebody and whatnot. He told him to shut up. Reigns says, no, let him speak what he has to say. And whatever. Let's not hear what he's got to say. He says, or what Brock had said. Heyman told him, like, do not talk, okay? Lesnar kept telling him to shut up. Reigns ended up hitting a Superman punch on him then as Heyman looked on. So, obviously, like I said before, it's going to be some type of unification thing at one point. I know they haven't really focused on, Brock and Bobby yet, other than just saying the matches at the Royal Rumble right now. So I'm not sure where this is going. I still think this title versus title unification thing may be at WrestleMania if that's the case, but we'll see what happens with that. Next we had Sami Zayn versus Rick Boogs. I know they had, for some reason, Johnny Knoxville in the back with his shades on. Sami Zayn told him that Knoxville doesn't qualify for the Royal Rumble match, and nor have you qualified for it, you're not in, okay? But Zayn went against Boogs. I know Nakamura, someone got involved arguing with Boogs and I'm getting with an inside cradle. Next thing you know, Johnny Knoxville runs out and pushed Sami Zayn over the top rope, which Johnny Knoxville is now officially added into the Royal Rumble, folks. So, jackass, I should say. A lot of jackasses going on here. So, Johnny Knoxville, folks, he is in the Royal Rumble. He is in the Royal Rumble and stuff. But next thing you know, the New Day... basically talk about they have one more shot at getting the tag team titles from the Usos. I swear I've seen these guys face 1,000 times at this point. And it's a street fight tonight later in the show. And they talk about how they win the tag belts tonight. Charlotte came out, basically talking about it's a new year and whatnot. And the Royal Rumble is coming. And basically, you want to know who's in the Royal Rumble? Here's who's in the Royal Rumble, which, by the way, they gave out all the surprises, too. And some would say with all the women they fired recently, we got to tell you who's in there just to make it look big. So, we know Rhea Ripley's in it, Nikki Ash, the Bella Twins, good Lord, Shotzi Blackheart, Natalya, Michelle McCool, Dana Brooke, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Tamina, Kelly, Aaliyah, Summer Rae, haven't heard that name in a while, Naomi, Shayna Baszler, Lita, and Mickie James, which even Pat McAfee said that Mickie James was the Impact Wrestling Knockouts champion. So Impact Wrestling just got mentioned on WWE TV. 24 hours before Impact does their Hard to Kill pay-per-view tomorrow night, Mickie James, and I'm surprised Mickie James is even back into this whole thing after the whole trash bag fiasco with the WWE and whatnot. But the fact that they even mentioned she was the Knockouts champion, I'm like, what the fuck? They just mentioned Impact on WWE television? I was like, holy shit, like, what the hell's going on here and whatnot? I already know some people thinking they're working together. I know Impact capitalized on Twitter saying, like, Mickie James will be in the Royal Rumble, so I just thought it was crazy. I'm like, wait a minute, Mickie James is in the Rumble. Wait, Mickie James is on a fucking different show right now. Like, I don't think she signed back with the WWE, I think, unless... And I'm not going to say this is a spoiler, thinking that with her being in the Royal Rumble, that she's going to drop the belt tomorrow night and whatnot to Deonna Purrazzo, but even I was just kind of surprised. I was like, what the hell? Like, Mickie James is in? And then, like, Pat McAfee's talking about Impact. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on here? So, I was surprised to hear them mention Impact Wrestling in general, so that's insane. That is definitely insane. But Naomi came out then, um, basically saying, she didn't need to wait till WrestleMania to challenge you and whatnot. How about I challenge you right now? Flair said, listen, man, I knew you were champion like a few years ago and whatnot, but, look what I've done and what have you done? Like, you need to earn a match or whatnot. Naomi ended up slapping her. Charlotte tried to charge out until she got away and knocked Charlotte out the ring, which obviously began a match then. But Sonya Deville came out, said that this match cannot be won by disqualification. So, of course, we get more Deville getting involved, which was actually not a bad match between both Charlotte and Naomi. Actually, it wasn't bad. A couple bad spots here and there, but it wasn't the worst match out there. But Deville, of course, once again, one up in Naomi and whatnot, as Charlotte still hit the natural selection for the win and whatnot. So, boom. Okay. So, the Naomi Deville thing continues to happen. Adam Pearson basically told Sonya Deville that she just got off the phone of WWE officials and whatnot, and that Brock facing by for the WWE title, being at the Royal Rumble, and Reigns does have a challenger right now, so I guess I got to find out someone for a challenge at the end of the night. We had the very horrible Happy Corbin segment, which Drew is legitimately hurt with his neck and whatnot. That's why I did that angle the other night. But they had Madcap Moss dressed as him, and it was very... The whole segment was ass, okay? It was ass. They went against the Viking Raiders, and then they beat the Viking Raiders, and... Yeah, I don't really have much to say about this. This shit was ass, okay? It sucked. It sucked. It just fucking sucked, alright? Sheamus, though, basically talked about he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Roman was in the back watching backstage. And whatnot, getting ready to watch his, Usos in a tag match. Pierce basically sat down that, he could choose his opponent, but Reigns says he didn't care because there's no one on the roster left who he hasn't already beat already. And basically just told Pierce to go on. And then we got the street fight with the Usos and the New Day. Listen, the match wasn't bad. I did somewhat laugh when the New Day brought in this is Sparta gear into the match and whatnot, and hitting the, with weapons and stuff. But the Usos won with a 3D or a 1D, which I just think they're like what the Dudleys now all of a sudden. But honestly, I didn't really need to see the Usos versus the New Day again. We have seen this many, many times, okay? And like I said, they put on great matches with each other all the time. It's not like a few years ago when they were just getting matches everybody wanted to see. It's just that we've done it so many times. People are just kind of sick of it at this point, okay? We've seen the New Day and the Usos a million times already. We know they put on a great match last Saturday. So, did we really need to see another one again? Not really. I don't think we did. But it was what it was. The Usos retained. So, there you go. But they need to move on to something else with these teams and not see each other for a while now. But Reigns was still watching in the back. Next thing you know, the door knocked. And when he got up, Seth Rollins came in and laughed. And Reigns did not really was happy about this. So, Reigns versus Seth at the Rumble. The Shield are back together. I don't know. Okay, but right now, could it be heel versus heel? I'm not really sure. All right, I don't know. Listen, SmackDown was SmackDown. I guess basically just trying to figure out who's in the Royal Rumble and whatever they got with Lesnar and Heyman and Reigns and wherever this is going. And now Seth is now involved in the mix. So Seth versus Roman at the Rumble most likely. I don't know, but we'll see what happens between all this. Okay, but yeah, this is my review of SmackDown. So I'm out of here. See you guys then. Peace out. Follow me on Twitter at HoodedKnight890. See y'all out later. Done.